Welcome to week 2 of the video. After a successful and stress-free week 1, where no one complained about anything at all, and everything went according to plan, and completely no one uh, bitched and moaned at all about any football or any fantasy, period. It was a rather dull and uninteresting week. If you did boycott the football, you missed a great week of football. The Packers came out and did what they should be doing, and they attacked that secondary. Did really well, scoring Davante Adams 45 points, going against Eric. And there's nothing more painful than going against a Packer that's having a career day, going off of 14 catches, 159, and 2 touchdowns to help lead your team to victory, and you're just sitting there helpless, but yet excited because you get to watch the Packers whoop up on the Vikings at Minnesota, but you're also watching your team get whooped on by Glorious Domination, who now all of a sudden looks like a powerhouse. I will say, my biggest fear that always happens week 1 is when your player goes off in week 1, because as we know, averages, law of statistics, that you're not going to maintain it. You're not going to score 2 touchdowns every week. You're going to score, 14 touchdowns is about the average, so it's less than, it's less than 1 a game. And then you score 2, or Josh Jacobs, you score 3. Jacobs isn't going to, 16 was some of the most touchdowns that everybody scores, and now when you're putting 3 together, it starts to worry you that, lean days are ahead, because you're not going to score 30 points consistently. So sometimes you just wish that you would be, consistent, not peaks and valleys. You'd rather take, 3 15-point days than 1 30 and 2 8s. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Brewers offense, 2 days score 18 plus point runs. 1 day get caught from behind because you can only score 2, and then another day get no hit. Consistency. Flat it out. They would get 6 runs each game, they would be 5-0 instead of the 2 and 3. But hey, he scored, 32 points, runs in 2 games. But that's baseball. That's baseball, baby. This is football. This is fantasy football. So, we do have to mention that this is becoming kind of a regular habit. Monday night rundowns. It happened. Knock, knock. Hey, JB. What was that? Oh, it's just me, Captain America, here to join you on the video. Oh, hi, Captain America. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing really good, just having a normal week. You had an interesting week this week. Oh, yeah, I accidentally released a bunch of dick pics. It's like not another teen movie again. That was a good movie with the whipped cream, but why are you here? Well, JB, I've come to learn about a new term, Monday Night Rundown. Oh, Monday Night Rundown, yes, it is a new term that I have coined this year, and it's very simple. Let me explain. Monday Night Rundown is where you look at your fitness score and you see that you are up by a comfortable amount. We'll say 20. And you go to bed thinking, I got this in hand. Shouldn't be anything too bad. But then you wake up and you see that you've been outscored by 40 because 2 drives dropped 50 on you. And quickly you went from winning to losing just like that, a comfortable lead. It's called a Monday Night Rundown, just what happened to Sam J when, he went to bed with like a 30-point lead, and then all of a sudden JJ and Noah Fant went off to score me 50, and for some reason Evan Ingram couldn't catch the ball to save his life, so I won. Oh yeah, Monday Night Rundown. That is correct. That is a Monday Night Rundown. So all year long, we'll be following that and seeing if we can track some more of those. Those sound like they suck ass. Yeah. They do suck, and they will happen to everybody, but, you know, that's a great looking belt there, JB. Oh, thanks, Captain America. It is a wonderful belt. JB, I'm thirsty. I could use a summer shandy. You like summer shandy? Sure. Here you go, Cap. Have a little bit of that. Oh, you know what? I don't care about COVID. No, I really do care about COVID, but. All right, Captain, would you like to lead us into the breakdown of week one? Oh, here's the results of week one, where JB goes to get the belt back that he never truly lost. Let's look at the week one results. In the Monday Night Rundown, Hanging with Mr. Epstein improves to 1-0, beating Alfredo's Pizza Cafe, who falls to 0-1, 147.18 to 138.5. JB still leads the series 8-3, but it was a debilitating loss as 50 points scored over 2, and the comeback is complete. But again, no one wins or loses week one. Glorious Domination does just that, dominates his way to 1-0 over Football Jesus, who's now 0-1, 159.02 to 112.2. You'd look at that score and you'd think that this is the blowout of the week, but it is not. More to come on that. Eric still leads the series 9-5, but can you really call yourself Football Jesus if you're just barely over 100 points and you get crushed by Travis? Everybody, welcome Adam to the league. It only took him 1 week and 1 week alone to get his first win as quarantine improves to 1-0, defeating Tell That to Canadian Club, who's 0-1, should be 0-1 just for the name. A close one there, 123.4 to 121.24. It's nice to see that, Adam, isn't it? Adam leads a series 1-0. Bobby will forever be in the history book as the one to first lose to Adam. You only had one job, just did that. Win. Going to 1-0, 136.54. Over, for a while there, the guy she could never beat, Accidental Homers, who's now 0-1 with a 123.7. Kyle still leads the series 9-4, but I do believe at one time this was literally a 9-0 series, so Katie is making quite the comeback. Here it is, the blowout of the century. Old Iron Tits, 1-0, 166.5 defeats. Ew, David, 0-1 now, 96.56. Didn't get to that century mark. Kara's now leading this series 5-3, but apparently you give Old Iron Tits a picture of Leo drinking wine and some wine, and it's an unstoppable wrecking ball that even Miley Cyrus would jump on. Arboreal Snakes gets her first win with kind of a convincing 145.78 to 125.28 win over Staph Infection, who's now 0-1. Arboreal not only gets the win, but also ties the series 1-1, which makes you feel good that you finally aren't 0-1 to Meredith. Someday, Meredith, you'll pass her and take it off. I have faith. So as we, approach week two, we have to take this with week one with grains of salt. While it's always good to get that first victory because after a long season of not winning a championship, you want to get off on the right foot just to feel good going forward, build upon success. And it's critical to me. I always like the first win. You can go 1-12, but you get the first win. It seems to always make you feel better. But this week, as we go into it, we have 2 1-1s and 2 0-1s, and we've got to still not be as self-critical on ourselves because 2-0 teams could still flat out go 2-14. 0-2 team could still go for 11-2 to make the playoffs. So you're not out. The first 2 weeks are almost like preseason. It's really just an evaluation time to see where you're at and what you may need to do, and where the NFL is going to go, where teams are going to go through. So And we do have one of the closest matchups, pre-matchups that I've ever seen before, uh, which is astonishing. So, without further ado, let's take you right into week 2. Let's get into week 2. Hanging with Mr. Epstein, 1-0, going against the number 1 Glorious Domination, 1-0. Looking for another big, strong outing from Davante Adams. This one doesn't look like it's going to be close. Travis leads this series 7-5-1. This feels like a preview of the Consolation Bracket Championship. 11 football Jesus 0-1 taking on, tell that to Kenedjo Kalob. I don't know. Whatever, Bob. You're 0-1 as well. This is the closest matchup I've ever seen. Only .03 separates them going into this game, so this should probably be the game to watch. Bob does lead this series 7-4. Accidental Homers looking to collect their first win of the season going against Core team who is 1-0. Obviously, this being the first season Adams in, we're going to see a lot of series tied 0-0. So, Kyle, do not take Adam lightly. He says he doesn't know what the football is, and he'll point to a soccer ball, but he's a shark. Remember when old Iron Tits was projected to go 0-13 in this season and just barely win out and not get the dumper? Well, here's our other 1-0 matchup as Old Iron Tits goes against You Had One Job. And as of right now, Kara is drinking the wine as she's playing this game. And Kara Leo is leading the series 6-1. Arboreal Snakes 1-0, looking to make it continue it on. Taking on EU David, who's 0-1. Dana leads the series 5-4. This, folks, is our main contender for the Monday Night Rundown, as Dana has no one going on Monday, while Sam does have Kamara and Waller going. So keep your eye on this on a late Monday night. In our first couples matchup of 2020, 7th place Alfredo's Pizza Cafe 0-1 taking on 8th Staff Infection. Sam J does lead this series 1-0. Again, another close matchup, only .65 separates the two in this one. So have a good week over there in the household there, you two. Aw, shucks, JB, I got a question. What's up with that belt? Well, Captain, that is a very good question that you do ask. That why do I still have the belt? While Sam may be the belt holder at this time, Sam may not be the champion at this time. So one day, Sam and I will face each other to reunite the belts and to unify them into one glorious championship. So yeah, I did run down Sam. I did beat him. He is the current holder because he did defeat the other 11 of you during last season. It's just, this is to represent that he never beat me to get that belt. So it's almost like a half a belt. But, Sam, we will see each other again down the line now. Well, thank you for having me. Oh, thanks, Captain America. I do appreciate you coming on today's episode. We appreciate that, and hopefully maybe we'll see you further down the line. I'll gladly come back for the Eric and Kara Double Bowl. Yeah, pretty much. So, that brings us to the end of this episode, week 2. Hope you all have a great week, except for Eric, as he's now projected to go 1-12. So let's keep that train rolling. And as always, I'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.